as a married man, I love starting a video like this. It's the leftist way of starting, like I said, cisgender, straight white man. But no, seriously, as a married man, I noticed something very interesting. Women like to be told that they are loved. But speaking with other married men, and from my own impression, it's not what men want. Men want to be told that they are respected. And this is due to the fact that men and women are different. I know, shocking, incredibly politically incorrect. If you go and you say this into a village in Africa, everyone agrees. If you say this at the American university, they may even start violence against you. But yeah, no, they're different. They're meant to complete each other, right? In order to create families. And what a man finds attractive is not necessarily what a woman finds attractive, and vice versa. Like, for example, go with some of your friends to hook up with girls at a club and have your friends mock, ridicule, and clown on you. See how that works. Now, it's interesting because on the opposite side, if you see a group of girls and they're all clowning, mocking, and ridiculing another girl, especially if she's cute, you're going to want to protect her, wouldn't you? Like, you're going to want to go over there and say, hey, can you stop this? And it may actually create a beautiful romance. There's animes that actually cover this, but the opposite probably never happens. Because a man that is being clowned, mocked, and ridiculed loses respect. Like, you're basically not respecting yourself because you're allowing your friends to do that constantly, especially in front of other people. So if you're not going to respect yourself, how can you expect others to respect you? But again, like these common truths that probably your father would say are not accepted by the American mainstream culture. Another thing that I would also say is that what work a woman has, like what her career is, doesn't necessarily matter in the dating scene. Like, if a woman comes to me and she says, okay, so I'm the CEO at blah, 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 I'm like, okay, that's nice. But like, it's not one of the things that would impress me, right? Like, it's not what I'm looking for. It's like going to a job, applying to a job interview at Google, and you're like, well, I make the most delicious pancakes, and Google is like, okay, well, that's nice, but is that what you're interested? Alternatively, like on reverse, women are interested in what jobs you have and what social status you have. That's fine, by the way. Again, like, men and women are there to complete each other, not to compete with each other. But because of this, you see interesting takes. Like one of the dumbest stuff that I have heard from psychology, and this is like, but most of these things come from Kant. I generally do not know why Kant is so popular or why they believe he had any wisdom to share, but especially if you read his teachings. Very problematic, especially when it comes to his opinions on sex and sexuality, but he believes that, like ever since the invention of the steam engine, that human beings work like the steam engine, that if you don't have like a valve, it explodes. So he believes that if a man, like modern psychologists who are inspired from him and many other like him, believe that if men don't cry, they will explode, right? Like, they become psychopaths. Like, you bottle it up inside. I don't know where they got that from. Like the human mind doesn't work like a steam engine. It assumes that even men want to cry, but like most don't. Like, I don't feel the need to. And the times that I do want to cry, it is socially acceptable. Like when my mom passed away, like it's fine. There are moments when you're allowed to cry. Very rare, but they do happen. Anyway, right, so the reason that I noticed they encourage men to cry, if I'm being cynical about it, is because they want them to show vulnerability, so they attack them further. I mean, we saw what happened with Jordan Peterson when he cried. He got attacked. We saw what happened with Justin Kavanaugh when he cried. He got attacked. We saw what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse when he cried. He got attacked. Like it's almost nonstop. It's almost like begging you, come on, do it so we can have a reason to attack you. So this is why the number one reason why men don't cry, first and foremost, is to protect ourselves. Because it's not the same like when it's a woman crying. Like when it's a woman crying, if Amy Coney Barrett, which was nominated on the Supreme Court, would cry, or if J.K. Rowling would cry, no one would make fun of her, right? Like, it's a different thing. It's cultural, alright? Like, but we don't get to create the culture. We don't get to create the meta. It exists. And the reason it exists isn't because it's imposed. It's kind of like something that humans do out of instinct in most cases. But anyway, right, so now I see on our relationship advice, this lady saying, I distance myself from my boyfriend because he cries in front of me. I have been dating my boyfriend for 8 months now. I am the type of woman who looks into dating a tall, muscular, and white or tan guys who treat me nicely, give me the attention I need, and makes me feel safe around him. My boyfriend fits all these traits, or at least I thought so. Almost a month ago, my boyfriend cried in front of me for the first time. The reason for this was because his mother had to go to the hospital urgently, and she was feeling really sick. I'm not saying it's not normal to cry when something bad happens to your loved one, but seeing him break down and cry ruined the image I had of him, and I'll confess that this made me distance myself from him. My boyfriend realizes that I am acting cold with him and has asked numerous times if he did anything wrong. I still didn't confess to him. I really don't want the relationship to end, but if this feeling persists, I might have to open up and tell him. Okay, a lot of people are judging this lady, but I want to point out that people can't really help in who they are attracted to. Like some people, once they are attracted of another human, they can't will themselves in order to stop being attracted. And vice versa. If you don't like a human, you can't will yourself into being attracted. You have no control over these feelings. Okay? Like, it's not like this lady chose one day. I choose to be attracted into tall guys that are muscular, white or tan, and treat me nicely. Like, this is what I want to be in life. No, it doesn't work like that, right? Like you're attracted to them. Like, when you look at them, your heart starts pumping, I assume. And this is what you're attracted. The image of a man crying ruined this for her. I don't know what advice to give her. You know, this is something that she and her boyfriend has to work out. But I can't judge her either. Right? I mean, it's kind of like, I suppose, if you like a woman that has big boobies, and then when you go into the bedroom, you notice that she puts socks in her bra. I mean, technically it's still the same person, right? But she had socks in her bra, so the boobies aren't that big. Now, you're not as attracted as you used to be. Can you do anything about it to help it? Like, can you get, like, a diversity officer to will it into your head that you actually should be attracted into a different chest size and what you're doing is sexismus? Maybe it is sexismus, but you can't help it, can you? Like, you're attracted into what you're attracted. Vice versa, there are men that are attracted into small boobs. Like, there are men who date a woman when she has small boobies, and then she gets fat and she has large boobies, and they don't like her anymore. Again, it's the same person. They feel guilty about the emotions that they're experiencing, but can you do anything about your feelings? Not really, you know? It's like, it's emotional, it's hormonal. You can't really will it, you can't control it. So my advice is for men not to cry. Especially not in front of women. Even if that woman is your friend. Don't cry in front of her. Like, find a place to cry when you're alone, because when a man cries, there's nothing good that can come out of it. You're not going to get emotional support from society. Mommy is not there. I genuinely do not see a single advantage. I personally never felt the need to cry in front of someone else. So I don't know what to say. You know, like it is what it is. If you feel the need, go into the bathroom. There you go. But yeah, by the way, in Romania, it is actually customary that women shouldn't cry either. Like, you're a grown-ass adult, why are you crying? This is not something that, because a lot of people say sexismus. No, there's no sexismus. Women shouldn't cry. Like when you're a grown-ass woman, you shouldn't cry. Girls cry, right? Like little kids cry. You're a grown man. Be in charge of your fucking emotions. What is this? Master your emotions. Become the Jedi. Harsh, but true. Like, crying doesn't solve anything. Instead of crying, try finding out for solutions. Like, look for solutions for the problem. But yeah, no, like in the case of this man, at least I understand. You know, like, his mom went to the hospital. Alright, well, it's acceptable to cry. But at the same time, I can't fault the woman either. Because apparently, like, she still wants the relationship. She still wants to feel for him, but she can't. So what can you do? You know, there's nothing you can do in this situation. It's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.